Good evening to one and all. Here again in the yard of St. John Parish Church. I will do a walk in the church again first and then come back out here. So before I go, this cemetery only buries certain people in it, mostly the planter class who helped build St. John, who owned plantations in St. John, would be laid to rest in this cemetery. St. John is the parish in which most of the white Barbadian population originated from, whose ancestors would have come from Scotland and Ireland, and they came as indentured servants in the mid 17th century. So this is the East Coast here, the view of the East Coast here. So this is the grave churchyard here. So this is St. John Parish churchyard here. Yeah. St. John churchyard overlooking the East Coast. And this is church view in St. John. This is just below Clifton Hall. You can see the East Coast, you can see Bathsheba in St. Joseph. You can see mostly the St. Northeastern coastline, St. Joseph and St. John. St. Joseph and St. Andrew, which is northeasterly in the Scotland district. You can see St. Margaret's Church at the bottom here, which is the sister church to St. John. St. Margaret's Anglican Church is the chapel to St. John, which is at the bottom of the hill here at Foster at Glen Burnie. Back to St. John Parish Church, where I'll be going in now. History of the church here. Back in the church once again. First of all, this is the marble carved pulpit, baptismal font. So this is a very historic church. Under our feet are some tombs as well. This is the bottom of the organ loft where it is said that Ferdinando Paleologus was laid to rest. He was buried under this organ loft. Paleologus, who is also interred in the cemetery here at St. John Parish Church. So this is the church organ. The pipes for the organ. The organ was up here first, many years ago, which is now just the pipes. So now the music is transmitted electronically from the console here, straight through to the pipes. So this is the new Johannes organ that came down. In the middle of this year. This is the altar here, and the stained glass window, the chancel. And this is the pulpit here, which is made out of 6 different types of wood: cedar, pine, mahogany, and 3 others. So this is the altar here and the chancel where the choir sits. And this is a list of the priests who served St. John Parish Church over the years. The first priest, Reverend William Leslie, first rector from 1653 to to 1676, grandson of the fifth Laird of King Craigie, and great-great-grandson of his grandmother of his great-great-grandson by his grandmother of John Leslie, 8th Baron of Balquin. Alvin E. Simmons, rector of St. John from 1951 to 1962. He was a diligent priest. Dudley Moore, rector of this parish from 1943 to 1950, canon and rural dean, a faithful and wise steward. Charles Clark Hunt, rector of St. John from 1904 to 1925, canon and rural dean. Clement Copeland, rector of this church from 1928 to 1943. This is the stained glass windows here, and the lovely altar, and the reredos behind the altar. So this is the lovely Johannes organ that came down this year. So this is a memory of the Haynes family who came down from Worcester, England as planter class, who had a lot of plantations in St. John. Right. In memory of Carlton Allen Haynes, born the 7th of February 1858 and died at Woodlands, Hampshire, England on the 20th of November 1945. And his wife Helen Georgina Haynes, born in South Africa on the 30th of June 1860 and died in London on the 9th of October 1958. And this is a memory of Robert Stewart Fraser, who would be the father. These are the parents here of Professor Henry Fraser, who is also a white Barbadian from St. John, and he was a heart surgeon and a lecturer at university. Robert Stewart Fraser, born the 15th of October 1903 and died the 6th of April 1993. Parochial treasurer of this parish, born 1944 and died in 1959, and his wife Lauren Messinson Fraser, born the 17th of July 1911 and died the 26th of October 1994, was mistress of this parish from 1941 to 1960. To love is to serve. So these are all tablets here to memorials. So this is all St. John Parish Church. Beautiful Gothic St. John Parish Church. This is a country church. St. John Parish Church is situated in the countryside of Barbados, to the east of the island. So this is the pipes for the organ here. Pipes here. And the organ loft here. The bottom of the loft here, they say that Ferdinando Paleologus was laid to rest. Buried standing up. Under here are some tombs. Under these tombs lies buried the body of Catherine, late wife of John Rockaby, merchant, daughter and co-heiress of Christopher Thompson, late of this parish, Jen and Catherine, his wife, who departed this life on the 15th of April 1666 in the year 19 years of her age. The statue of Madonna and Child. So this is St. John Parish Church yard. Back in the churchyard now. So this is the grave of Joseph Briggs Mears, a native of this island for more than 40 years, a resident in the colony of British Guyana. I am to be gathered unto my people, bury me with my fathers. By the way, I'm a part of the Mears family as well. My mother is a Mears, my ancestors, my mother's side, my mother, my grandfather, and my grandmother is a Mears. And my last two aunts, my last aunt and my uncle And my mother would be a Mary's. So we are looking down into St. John here, which is also on the east coast, with Martins Bay, which is a fishing village. And this is the grave of Samuel Lewis Mears, born 1834 and died in 1922. By grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It's the gift of God. Ephesians 11 verse 8. Erected by his children. I couldn't see where it was marked just now, but I now see it erected by his faithful children. Erected by his children. All the church, all church view, St. John here. Hence the name church view, because it is just beneath the church where you can view the east coast and so on. So this is a Gothic church, almost the size of the cathedral, which is the main Anglican church in Barbados. St. Michael's Cathedral, which is in town. St. John Parish Church is almost that size. So this is a map showing you how to get around the churchyard, the different tombs. Hi. So this is the grave here of Ivory Branch Bradshaw, née McConney, who died the 30th of August 1974 at the age of 91. And her daughter Iris Branch Bannaky, Civil Crown of Merit, who died the 2nd of September 1988 at 73 years. Iris Branch Bannaky was the founder of Andromeda Gardens in St. Joseph, which is just above Bathsheba. Iris Branch Bannaky was a horticulturist. Her husband was from Scotland. Bannaky was from Scotland, but her original husband Bailey was Mr. Bailey was the founder of the Harry Bailey Observatory, which is at Clapham in St. Michael. So this is the colored tomb here, where the colored people are laid to rest. The black people are laid to rest. This is mostly the black planter class family, the Skinner and Chase family. The grave of E. Thorne Gollop, who would have been the grandfather of Ralph Thorne, who is also the current opposition leader of the Democratic Labour Party, Ralph Thorne. And he would have been the grandfather of Sir Fred Gollop as well. So this is the grave of Eustace C. Gill, another black planter class, born 1903 and died in 1993. And Bernard Leslie Barrow, who died the 23rd of April 1962 at the age of 88 years at rest. And daughter Marie A. L. Gill, born 1908 and died in 1992. And the grave of Ambrosine A. Barrow, who was born in 1880 and died in 1942, and daughter Ada C. Bridgman, born 1907 and died in 1990. The grave of Charles Miller Austin, who was also a plantation owner. He was the grandfather of Sahara Bernard St. John. He was the plantation owner of Malvern Plantation in St. John. He bought Malvern Plantation. He was born the 26th of May 1857 and died the 11th of August 1942. And his wife Martha, born the 16th of September 1862 and died the 22nd of November 1948. So he was the grandfather of Sahara Bernard St. John, which we in Barbados refer to as Bruce St. John, who was the third prime minister. He served briefly after Tom Adams' passing. Yes, so going back to the church again. Churchyard of St. John Parish Church. This is an Anglican church, a historic church, and also a beautiful church. Probably one of the most beautiful churches on the island of Barbados. Here lieth the body of Ferdinando Paleologus, who was buried, as I said before, he was buried under the organ loft in the church. He was buried up right here. He descended from the emperor line of the last Christian emperors of Greece. Churchwarden of this parish from 1655 to 1656, vestryman 20 years, who died the 3rd of October 1678. So this grave, only certain people can get buried in this cemetery. They don't allow everybody to be buried here. The grave of the Seeley family, Thomas Henry Seeley, son of Sir John Seeley and Anne Isabella Seeley, born the 14th of January 1845 and died the 20th of June 1904, erected by his son Charles W. M. Seeley. He was buried upright as well. So some of these graves you can actually walk down in. This is the Carter tomb here. This is the Taylor grave here. Ronald Vernon Taylor, born the 29th of September 1930 and died the 17th of June 1999. Muriel Louisa Taylor, born the 7th of January 1908 and died the 13th of September 2005. William H. Lewis and Roland C. Taylor, buried here in 1838. Henry Vernon Taylor of Hottersole, St. John, which is in this parish, born the 7th of January 1898 and died the 18th of September, 18th of November 1965. The sundial here. You can see over to the David Thompson Polyclinic. This is Bath Beach in St. John, which is also on the East Coast. Where the cable and wireless Earth satellite station is, or was. You can see down to Concept Bay in St. John, which is a fishing village also in this parish, which borders St. Philip and St. John, all across the College Savannah where St. Mark's Church is. And you can see into St. Philip with the Wagger Point Lighthouse and the East Point, which is known as Wagger Point or East Point Lighthouse, and the Skates Bay and Fortescue, all in St. Philip. You can see, which is southeasterly. So the St. John Parish Churchyard once again. Thank you guys for watching. Have a blessed evening.
From here you can see a lighthouse.
Pothouse Village down below here. Yes, the lighthouse is Wagger Point.
Oh,
In St. Philip, over across there.
okay, gotcha.
To the east.
Thank you.
Yeah. Pothouse Village in St. John, where the Pothouse Spring is. Thank you guys for watching now. And have a blessed. Oh, gotta show you guys the grave of our Prime Minister. That is the one I want to show you now. Our Prime Minister David Thompson, who served briefly from 2008 to 2010. David John Howard Thompson, born the 25th of December 1961 and died the 23rd of October 2010. Beloved husband of Mara, father of Misha Oya and Osa Marie, and adopted father of Daryl. Prime Minister of Barbados from 2008 until 2010. David Thompson was originally born in England to Barbadian parents, but he grew up in Barbados. His mother was white and his father was black. David Thompson was the parliamentary representative for St. John. He succeeded Errol Walton Barrow, who was our first Prime Minister, father of independence, and also a national hero. Errol Walton Barrow was the member of Parliament for St. John to the 50s up until his death in the late 80s, 1987. And then David Thompson succeeded him as Member of Parliament for St. John. When David Thompson passed away, then his wife represented St. John, his wife Mara Thompson. David Thompson passed away on my birthday, by the way, the 23rd of October, 2010 was my birthday. Trevor DeLisle Davis, in which Traverse Way, where the harbor is, going down to the port, is named after. Trevor Davis was born on the 6th of August 1931 and died the 14th of July 1973. He died in a car accident along Boarded Hall, where the four cross is, Boarded Hall in St. George, where the four cross is, where the roundabout is now. They had a part of roundabout there because a lot of accidents used to take place. St. John Parish Church. Gothic. One of the most beautiful Gothic churches in Barbados. This is a beautiful church set in the countryside on a part of Hackerton's Cliff. St. John Parish Church is a part of the Hackerton Cliff. And you can see the rectory where the priest lives. Thank you guys for watching now. Do have a blessed evening and stay tuned for more videos of Barbados.